Welcome to Parenting with Purpose. I'm your host, Fawn Heart Cronin, educator, coach, and parent. And I want to start this first episode by saying, I'm right there with you. This podcast was born out of lived experience, my own journey of raising 3 children, each with their own beautiful gifts and real challenges. Like many of you, I've navigated uncertain terrain as a parent. I've made decisions with limited information, relearned things I thought I knew, and stayed up late wondering if I was doing enough, or too much, or the right thing at all. And over time, I learned that parenting with purpose doesn't mean being perfect. It means staying connected to our children, to ourselves, and to the process, even when it's hard. I didn't always know I'd end up here, doing this work. When I first became a single parent, I was running a personal training business out of my home in the South Shore. My youngest was just a baby, and I would plan sessions around his naps, wearing him in a baby carrier while coaching clients. In between, I'd play the piano to soothe him to sleep before the next session. That rhythm worked, until it didn't. One day, he started vocalizing and scratching. He was distressed in a way I had not seen before. And at that time, he had lost his words completely. He'd been excused from the Montessori school he attended, so I was caring for him full-time while his siblings were in school. In the moment, I stopped playing and just watched him, unsure of what to do. But then I played a single note and waited for the sound to fade. Then another, and another. And he began to calm. Eventually, after several days of this, something remarkable happened, and he began to hum, on pitch. And while I didn't yet know he was neurodivergent, I could feel something opening, a channel, a way in. So I kept going, and over time, I introduced nursery rhymes, familiar, melodic, hoping to invite him to vocalize in a way that he could. And one day, when we got to Old MacDonald, he responded to the sound of the cow with a clear and confident moo. That tiny sound changed everything. It told me there was a voice in there, one we just needed to find a path to. We connected with a gifted speech therapist, and together they worked for over 5 years together. Today, he's thriving in a public school classroom, excelling socially and academically. And that journey taught me something powerful. The path to connection is rarely linear, and it rarely comes with a map. Then came lockdown. We had recently moved to a smaller apartment, and our world, like so many others, changed overnight. I had one child who was waiting for services, 2 others navigating virtual school, and a career that, like many of yours, needed to adapt quickly. One day, his specialist called me with an update. We were still on the ABA services waitlist, and likely would be for some time. But then she said something unexpected. "You're going to do it." I remember laughing. I was still working in fitness, and I didn't know the first thing about behavior therapy. But I started doing what she said, taking data, tracking behaviors, and staying present. And something clicked. I realized I could model structure and learning for all 3 of my kids. So I returned to finish my undergraduate degree through Berkeley Online. Studying while they attended virtual classes, I started learning everything I could about education and behavior. Not because I planned to become a teacher, but because I needed to understand what they were walking into when schools reopened. And from there, everything changed. I earned my degree, I got certified as a behavior therapist, and began substitute teaching in the same public school my children would attend. I observed everything, from hallway interventions to one-on-one pullouts, and started to see the full picture of how support systems actually functioned. That insight fueled my next steps. I went on to teach full-time at a private school, earned my master's degree in applied behavioral analysis with a concentration in mental health, and eventually served in administration, while always continuing to work with students one-on-one. Each of these experiences, in fitness, in education, in behavior, became a thread in the tapestry of my purpose. And now, that purpose is this: to support other parents through the real, often messy, and deeply meaningful journey of raising kids. So that's what Parenting with Purpose is here for. It's not just for parents of neurodivergent children, though you'll certainly feel at home here. It's for anyone who's felt the weight of doing this work alone and who's ready to feel less alone. We'll talk about everything from building connection, to navigating systems, to taking care of ourselves in the process. And we'll hear stories from other parents too, as well as educators and professionals in the field. And we're going to do it all with honesty, warmth, and zero judgment. Because parenting isn't proving something. It's about staying close to your child, to your values, and to the path that's right for your family. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is Parenting with Purpose. I'm your host, Fawn Heart Cronin, and I can't wait to walk this path with you.